and welcome back to the Irish Hunting Podcast, the number one place for your hunting, fishing and country sports stories from around the world. Stick on the kettle, crack open a beer, put up the feet, relax and enjoy. Hello and welcome back to this special episode, Unloaded number 1. This week it's Rob and I just chatting, shooting the breeze, catching up and having a bit of crack. This week's episode is brought to you by Game Cooling Ireland for all your game cooling and preparation needs. For more information, visit gamecooling.ie. Enjoy this one, folks. Roberto.
Oh, sorry.
Are you going to say quote there?
I was going to say action.
How are you, buddy?
I'm all good, yeah.
We'll just leave that there now. So we have finally mastered, we hope we've mastered the sound. So quite recently we've been having some more technical issues with our microphones because my phone was utilising the centre mic as instead of our real mics. Anyway, it brings me back to the days when we're starting off all over again. But how are you?
Good. I think we have it sorted.
We think we've sorted out.
And even we're driving in the van and I don't think there's any background noise.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed is right.
How are you, buddy?
I'm all good. I'm good. I haven't been up to a whole lot. Just back to work after the Christmas. I never even asked you the last episode. Did you have a good Christmas?
I had a great Christmas.
Did you?
Yeah. I want to take off my old cap in. I had a good Christmas. Two of the girls were sick, but we managed to get off. This year is the first year Christmas I haven't been sick, I'd say, in maybe 10.
Yeah.
So that's
a lot of sickness going around at the moment.
Going around.
Because like that, Laura had it. Me and Sean escaped it, but her mum and dad had it as well. And it seems like a bad little dose.
Yeah. Av's mum was actually taken into hospital. Oxygen, she got so bad. The two girls, one of our girls, normally we wouldn't be, as you probably know, antibiotic medicine people, kind of like only obviously when it's needed and so on, but we wouldn't be one of the people who'd run to the doctor every 10 minutes. But we were going away before Christmas, so we had to make a call on it that rather than deal with it over in a foreign country, to deal with it at home. So we did, and lucky enough, because it got done and dusted, and then Ari got a little bit sick over the actual Christmas period. So, but again, she fought quite well, compared to what other people were going through.
I'd be of the same sort of mindset. It's not even the antibiotics, it's no, I can hack this and my body's going to fight it. Yeah. And then, do you remember the one year I got really sick and I was curled up on the couch, Stevens' day, with the fire on a blanket watching the Gruffalo, the grown man. And that's
all kinds of sorry for yourself.
That's when I knew, no, you go get yourself an antibiotic.
Yeah.
You were skiing.
We were skiing, yeah.
How was that? Tell me about it.
It was good. Look, this is kind of our third year there now. So we kind of, we have a friend of ours who I actually won a few quid going back a couple of years ago. It was the first and only time I won anything. It was in a face competition. They run a draw for.
You didn't win with that face.
I won twice with this face, buddy. But yeah, so I won a couple of grand on that, and it was the first time. And I remember at the time saying, "Oh, I'll put that aside for such and such," and then it was just gonna, the way you put
just
it aside,
keep dipping
and
into
it
it.
was just gone.
Yeah.
So we actually looked into Lapland, kids and so on.
That's mad money, is it?
Man, extortionate. It was working out at something like 12 grand for 3 days, and then that was just accommodation and kind of like, obviously our family's big enough, so, but there was extra then for sleigh rides and all this kind of jazz. So no, I wasn't doing that. So a friend of ours, actually, her husband's from just on the Italian-Austrian border, and she knew this kind of place that was slightly off the beaten track and not as conventional as the brochure ski holidays and stuff. So yeah, she put together something for us, and we made a reasonable holiday out of it. And like that, she had a bit of ski gear that's fit some of the kids, and got the rest of the personalities and stuff.
Yeah.
So first year is kind of, it's expensive enough because you have to do the lessons, you have to get all the gear together, and then you don't know where you're going and so on. But this year was brilliant.
I suppose the kids are that little bit older, like they're 2 years on from the first time.
Yeah.
A little bit harder. They know what they're doing. Here, I'm just tipping on here.
There was a moment, buddy, you know, one of them moments where you're standing back and it's almost like you're looking at it from an outer body thing, you know, where, okay, this side.
Okay.
Like I'm watching, and there's like, you know, there's gates, electronic gates where you get a little ski pass and you put in your sleeve, and then when you're going up on the gondolas, it checks you in, you know, to allow the gates to open. And I was just standing back, I was watching Maisie, and I just said to the guys, just kind of let them on. They went on ahead through, hopped in the gondolas themselves, put skis in the outside of it, and off up the mountain went.
That's what it's about.
Yeah, I was just looking back at this, was saying, when did this actually happen? That
They could start doing things for
Things
themselves.
yeah.
Now, answer me this: were you having a point watching them?
Yeah. So my skiing, as you probably know, like I ain't too nimble, man. Do you know what I mean? So I can ski quite well in a straight line until I go too fast. But I can manage. I can manage down a slope, grand, you know. So I go up, I ski halfway down, straight into the bar. A lovely vice beer, and I've kind of continued that on now since I got home. A little bit of vice. Do you like vice beer?
No. No, I'm saying no, but I don't really know. See, I tasted something overseas, but I was calling it rice beer. I'm pretty sure it was the same thing.
Yeah, I think
this
it
was a
was.
really white pale. Is that it? Is it a pale?
It'd be yellow but cloudy. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I think that's what I had, and no, it wasn't for me.
Yeah, that was probably Weiss beer for dyslexics, man. Weiss beer. But
Just on that, if I ever put up a post and it's spelled wrong, you don't have to highlight it to me. I know it's probably spelled wrong, all right?
there's one yesterday. Went out haunting. H-A-U.
I should double check everything.
Look, it's sure
I'm
that's.
busy saving the country.
I'd be waiting for the first prick to point it out. So if you have been pointing it out, now you know what you are. But yeah, no, it was brilliant. So got home from there just in time for Christmas. I love that whole kind of, it has the Home Alone feel about it. You know what I mean? Coming home for Christmas and all that kind of jazz.
I know, I don't mind, but every time you send me pictures, I do go, oh, maybe next year I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah.
But I don't think my old ankles would hold up to it.
Yeah, but you could do what I do.
Just go drink it.
Yeah, just ski down and go drinking, yeah. And then you forget about the ankles.
Yeah.
But it's brilliant. It's different, completely different holiday. It's really kind of family active, family intense, you know, like all about, yeah, it's all about spending a bit of time, having a bit of crack. And the lads were at that age where literally we were having a really good buzz, you know.
Yeah.
So there's always a couple of deer in this field here, man.
Every time he's messing with me, because every time I pass this field, I go, and there's always deer in there.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, we just stare at them.
We do, yeah. Lustfully looking in over the hedge. But anyway, so yeah, like the two younger boys, they were having a bit of buzz off each other. Funny story, just Lee Grogan is he's the kind of comedian in the family. But Ryan was we're at dinner one night and he was going back up to the room and Ryan said, "Oh, you bring me jumper back up, you know." So Ryan was throwing the jumper at him and he said, Lee was, yeah, go on, count the jumper anyway. And he's going to walk away and Ryan said, good boy, really smart, condescending. So Leezy walks halfway down the restaurant, packed restaurant, just said, Ryan, and just like people started to look up at him, you know, didn't give a shit, middle of the restaurant, just got the jumper, held it up, like dropped the mic in the middle of the restaurant, dropped it, and just gave him a nod. In other words, bring your own fucking jumper. So Ryan was there, oh no, and he had to get up, walk down the middle of the restaurant, pick up his jumper, and as he did, Lee popped out from behind the corner. He was just around the corner. Good boy. So it was that kind of banter, you know.
Yeah.
But so then go home and then we started doing a little bit of
hunting. We're actually out today, and it's my fault we're out so late. I was working last night.
on duty last night, buddy.
I was on duty, and then I came off, and I said I'd meet Anto early, but then I changed my mind. Because Anto did say he'd give me a hand with this new, I'm calling it a games room, but it's going to be like a loungy sort of room, just with a load of deer heads in it. So, in fairness, Anto's in that trade, and I was struggling for ideas, so he came down and kindly came up with some fucking smashing ideas. So we kicked into a little bit of that there, just moving couches, clearing out the room. So that's why we're out late this morning. So that's my fault.
Yeah, look, it's all part. We need somewhere to house the heads, man. So it's going to have to be part of it. So I think I was more excited about it than you. I was sending you messages over Christmas. I'm after having a dream last night about what we can do in this room in your house. I'm sure Laura's thinking, where is this fucker coming over here?
She
telling me
the two of us are autistic. Like undiagnosed. I'm not messing. She said it to me.
It's a good job, man. We're not bored now because we would have been diagnosed a long time ago.
Fully.
That is the truth.
Yeah, so we're out this morning. It wasn't really.
No, there's actually a few on the road up.
On the road up, there was 2 on one side of the road and 3 directly across from
Yeah.
But that is it.
We had a look. There's just at one of the parks. I love just watching them, man. Just look bicycles out the window just to see. And there's actually 2 stags close enough to the van. 1 6-pointer and 1 8-pointer. Nice 8-pointer actually.
Yeah.
But as usual, it was about 80 yards from us and on permission that we don't have.
Yeah.
So we're there. But I still love
Just watching them.
Yeah.
Seeing what are the stags still with the hinds, what type of condition they're in, all that sort of jazz. But all you're doing is teasing yourself as well.
Funny enough, when we were watching them 2 stags, there was a group of hinds beside the biggest of the stags. So he was kind of in the middle of them.
Yeah.
Still kind of had them, what looked like, a group together.
I'm held, yeah.
And there was another stag making its way over from the left into the right. And I was watching him because he had his head down just to see what kind of head he had. Because, when they're down and you side on, you can't really see the antlers sometimes. And I said, oh yeah, that's started to count the points. Then he started to kind of move over.
Yeah, but he was never going, he was moving over, but he wasn't going too close to the big lad.
No. Do you know what I mean? But still kind of,
Yeah.
there was this little bit of so the stags mustn't be fully back with their
bachelor
herd as of yet,
No.
And it's cool to see that whole, because after getting cold there pretty quick.
Yeah, it was cold over the last couple. Where's this snow that we're all waiting on?
It would be nice to get a little bit of snow. I love being up there in the snow, a bit of hard.
I like it, and it also drives some of the deer down off the hill, down onto the lower ground.
Yeah. So
So
we get slightly
have-
bigger numbers, especially in our field where we
Yeah.
have.
And that's actually why we're talking about that. We keep on. People think we have swathes and swathes of land, and we don't. We have I'm going to call it one field, but it's not. Could be 4 fields just divided. How many acres would you say that is?
Oh, there's probably, I don't know. Would it be probably close enough, 70 or 80 acres.
Would that be 70 acres?
Oh, there would be, yeah.
Right. Well, 70 acres, but that's all. That's it. In
Yeah.
County Wicklow, we have a small place over beside you, but
It was a small bit in Wicklow as well. Or sorry, in Ballymore as well.
in Ballymore. That's where
Yeah.
we're actually going now.
Yeah.
But so we put up a poll because we entered into the deer management unit thing. We had Michael Keegan and all on, but we haven't heard anything back. And I thought it might just be us because a couple of people have reached out to us and said, I haven't heard anything. What's going on? So we said we'd bang up a poll and just get the general feel of how it's going.
Yeah. And
If you are involved in it, what it's like.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
get a bit more. I suppose we're nearly 6 months or 3 or 4 months down the line, and we're nearly a year down the line in terms of the whole formation of the whole thing. And I suppose, yeah, like that, we get a load of messages, but we get a load of people giving out all the time, right? And I'm not saying that these are those people, but so sometimes you have to be careful what you kind of get involved in, because you could get involved with a singular argument between 2 people, and then you're seen as picking a side. But we've had quite a lot of messages about this. I
Actually,
haven't
last
heard back.
night, when I was sorry, go on, you go ahead. Sorry.
You just haven't heard back, and so that's why I suppose we had that conversation. We'd see.
I was actually when I was on duty last night, and 2 of the lads that entered into it hadn't heard anything back. One of them actually got a text last night. That's what spurred me into it today.
Yeah.
He got a text saying, you said you were interested in this. Send me on your phone number, home address, air code, and something else. And
Yeah.
he was reluctant to do it because he goes, I'm not sure if this is a scam.
Yeah. So that's the thing, yeah. And there's still a little bit of bedding in. Obviously, that's probably going on. There's probably still a bit of what we set up and so on, and then we also have to, like, I suppose we got a little bit of heat the last time as well. Ironically, man, it's like anything, we put up for weeks promoting, sending your questions, and I think we asked nearly every question that was in some guys or another. They were framed in different, but the same question. So I think we got through
all of them.
Definitely 95% of them anyway. And then we got a lot of why didn't you ask this and why didn't you ask that? They danced around. Yeah, we didn't know. It's like we have to try and correlate all this and put together. So, so I suppose we're not singing anyone's praises, and we're here to we had the conversation. We're going to hopefully have Michael back on maybe in the future, see how things are going, how things are progressing, and then put more of the questions that come out of this. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that's because we got two while we were out hunting. We got two separate. You got a voice note and I got a phone call about this, and some very influential people in the deer management world.
Yeah,
and they would talk to us on the phone, but so far they haven't done the poll or posted.
Yeah.
And that's what we sort of need: open, transparent posting. Like, tell us what your experience is, and then it's not just us saying it. This is the general feel from the hunting community.
Yeah, we probably need a little bit. Like, it's all very well saying, lads, it's a load of bollocks, right? But it's here. So whether you like it or don't like it, this is we're going to have. So if we're going to know more than when we set about attacking the fox hunting bill and so on, it has to be done in a pragmatic way. And I'm not suggesting we're attacking this. What I am suggesting is that if we need changes or tweaks or feedback, constructive or otherwise, it needs to be put in the right. Like, you can't just come on and say, "Fuck them, I'm going to shoot wherever." And do you know what I mean? That's you still have your permission. Nobody's impacted, I don't think, as of yet.
And if I only talked to the handful of people and they were, let's say this handful of people were negative towards it, the large sway of people might be positive that have signed up to it, and I want to hear that.
Exactly. We want to know, so we can form, what would you say, an informed or make an informed decision, or because like that.
Now I brought you again on a mad tangent.
Yeah, where were we going there now?
We were just talking about your skiing holiday, and I actually wanted to ask you, what did you get for Christmas?
I got these 2 pairs of these, man.
Now, so you said this the last day, and you're banging on about them too much.
No, they're
for me not to want a pair now.
Yeah, you actually said today, because we're going over to the UK, and some nice. So they're waterproof, knees are reinforced. They're kind of stretchy material, really warm, like not as in uncomfortably warm or sweaty, but
toasty.
Yeah, just toasty. I feel comfortable every time I put on. So yeah, I'm going to give them another couple of weeks, because of the fact we haven't been.
See, they're not dressy, right?
Yeah.
But they're a hell of a lot dressier than what I wear.
Yeah.
And because we're going to the UK and we're going to be part of a pheasant shoot, I'm not so sure I can turn up in DBM.
Yeah. Now, am I bringing me 3/4 lengths over here?
No.
No?
No.
With me tassels?
No tassels. They're dressy enough with a bleeding. Do you mean one of them? No.
I'm bringing me tie, man.
With a shirt and a gilet. A gilet.
Can you wear a tie with a gilet?
Yeah, put on a shirt.
Speaking of gilets, man, we have some on the route.
Yeah, I'll put. Of course we can talk about it. Yeah, we're getting gilets and like a long. I'm gonna say a long sleeve gilet, but that's not a thing. It's a zip up top, like a fleece, and embroidered logo. But look, we won't bang on about too much, because I don't know what it's like yet. And when I get it, I'll get pictures and put it up.
I'm all kinds of excited about the gilet.
And I'm fucking AIing the life here. Throw this, no, make that smaller, turn that gold.
I've lost a little bit of weight, right? Over the Christmas. I lost a little bit of weight before Christmas. I put it back on a little bit. But remember the 3/4, the gilet I got over in Hungary?
Yeah.
Which I actually asked the girl to dig out a bigger size, and that's a little bit too big for me now. So
so you need another one.
I need another one now, I like the whole, hands out pockets.
Yeah. Shotgun broke.
Yeah.
It's just for the gram, really.
Just for the gram. But so that is. I was talking to Tom yesterday. That is approaching right fast.
Not next week.
The following week.
Yeah. And we're doing an array of different types of shooting when we're over there.
Yep.
Will keep it very interesting. Even if we only did deer stick, because there's different species. Like,
Yeah.
It's very interesting, but we're doing pheasant shoot, deer stalking,
Might get on a flight of duck or goose.
flight of duck, geese. Like, so I'm really looking forward to this.
Yeah, I don't know, but I actually have to check with Tom, because originally we were talking about geese or ducks. I don't know whether, I don't know what seasons even the geese are over in the UK.
Yeah.
So that mightn't be even applicable. But I was talking to them yesterday. We'll definitely get on a flight of duck, and we're hopefully going to attack your munty.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I wouldn't mind another little pop at one head.
Yeah.
I'm mad about the munchaks.
I know you are. I actually think they're pretty cool. Now this is how naive I am. I didn't realise they had fangs and sharp. Like the Chinese water deer fangs are like a roundy, long
Tusk.
canine tooth.
Yeah.
These are not.
No,
Theirs are like
they're for reefing.
serrated. Yeah.
Yeah, they're for reefing. So if you can imagine, they're like a fox tooth, a fang. You know, you see the fox with the big, but except they're a lot sharper.
A lot sharper.
Yeah.
I remember feeling, I was because one of them said it, I was like, will you stop? And then I felt it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, what if you get one, what are you going to do? You're going to shoulder mount? Are you going to European mount?
Well, I suppose it depends. If I'll be looking for one. Ideally, look, I'd love to go after like a metal class if I could. Just because I know metal now and you do. So it'd be nice to have a little. You actually 2 medals. You're Chinese medal as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I've no medals.
Actually, oh no, see, I can't. There's the thing. Oh, sorry, we're here.
Yep.
We're here. There you go. And they even cleared a little
Jerry
path
cleared
and
out
all
a
for
little
us.
pad for us.
Look at that.
Not a little. So we're down here in a little duck pond.
Yeah. You can't actually get it measured if you get it shoulder mounted, because they pull the tooth out and because there's new rules for the Chinese. The root has to be enclosed.
Yeah.
So I actually can't prove that that's it. But look, I'm telling you, it's gold.
But it definitely is gold, man. It definitely is. Compared to mine, it's far more pronounced. Of course, Yanis's was a medal as well. I presume Tom could get it measured over there as well. I'm sure there's people who measure over there.
There's the thing, if it's not been shoulder mounted yet, I could possibly get it.
Yes, yeah.
I might actually ask Tom if that's possible. Now, if it's any hassle, I'm not that worried about it.
Yeah, that might be a thing now, actually, is right.
Yeah, I'm only thinking that.
Get that.
So we're UK, really looking forward to it. And then Lambay. So we were talking to Paul there during the week. That sounds like a cracking little trip.
Yeah, that is. And a huge shout out to Paul, because I've been seeing the messages coming through. You were chit-chatting with Paul, and like that, he's like going way above and beyond. We're really, really appreciative. I think there's a keg of beer going over. What could go wrong? Us pair of idiots in a boat with a keg of beer.
Yeah.
Going over. Now, it sounds like a fantastic trip. Talk us through a couple of the things we're doing.
So I think the evening, so there's the boat over. That evening there's a stalk. Anyone doesn't know that there's fallow there on Lambay Island. I don't ask me when they were introduced, but he sent me, and I've seen some videos of them, some fine there. Then the next morning we're stalking, back, something to eat, shoot after pheasants, I think partridge, but definitely pheasants. Then a stalk again it'll be tough enough, then it's rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
For as long as we're there, but it's some opportunity. And Paul, I talked to him now a couple of times on the phone. He's big into getting the youth involved.
Yeah.
And when we're over there, we're going to do a podcast maybe from over there.
Absolutely.
I'm not sure if Paul wants to come on or not, but we'll do one from
we might try and get one in with the lads over there. I think there's 6 of us going over, is it?
6, I think.
Yeah.
So, and Paul is looking to organise I'm not going to call it a youth, but maybe a shoot for new people coming into the sport. So yeah, we'll nail down something over there, and we might be able to bring you a little bit more detail from over there.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I think, look, want to try and get back into it now. We've a lot to get through this year, so and it's kind of kicked back in. I suppose that was one of the things where the challenge this year, just with the fox hunting bill, all the stuff that's coming on stream now, like literally directly after, just needed a little bit of a cool the jets a little
Yeah,
bit.
there was a good few people actually wrote in asking if he's
Yeah.
doing it or not. And
But I think what we will do is throughout the year, maybe we might do. Remember, we did the Vermin challenge. That was, I think we just called it on the wrong day.
yeah,
And we'll do it on a Friday night or something like that. Into Saturday morning for. We might do that kind of a challenge, pike and fox and
yeah,
a vermin challenge maybe.
yeah,
And that way then, because a lot of lads, would have been out shooting over the Christmas and stuff like that. So I think we'll get probably might do it behind a charity or something like that. But yeah, cannot wait for that. Can't wait for. I might actually say to Tom, I'd love. I know he's Reds on his permission as well. Might just even get out to have a little look at them. I know. But like, I wouldn't just shoot any red,
no,
no.
But if they're right,
red, and obviously with Tom's permission, etc., we might have a little peep at them. Or fallow. I know he's the full range. He's the fallow row. He can put you on. Not in that area now.
No.
But he has fallow, and he added row shooting, which we're hopefully. Now, Tom, if you're listening to this, we haven't exactly
told you
asked
about this.
or told you about this yet, but we'd be hoping to maybe get back over in the summer for some row, because that's on both our bucket lists, I think.
Yeah.
And I know he's some nice row ground. He sent me late last year that he was after encompassing. So yeah, it's all happening, dude.
Yeah, and we were out doing a bit of snipe shooting. Here's the thing, right? One of the lads I know, and I'd known him for the last couple of years. I'd be out shooting with him, but he's mad to get into deer stalking. I didn't know he had some problems with his lungs. His lungs are slowly fading. So he was saying, I'd love, but I'm just not fit enough, and I'd just be holding up the show. And so I said, no, not at all. I'll bring you nice and handy. Actually, that one spot I have is handy because it's a small walk in, and then you can sit up in that particular spot. So my plan is to bring him and to put him on his very first deer up there. And I was trying to explain, there's not just the slogging side of it, but he's true fashion. He wants to do the slogging.
Yeah.
And I was trying to say, but if you have this, like, you can still enjoy the sport, but maybe do it from a high seat.
Yeah. Yeah, there's different ways to
access by car or
Look, I think it's going to come to us all. At some stage, we're going to not be able to do some of the hardship that we're doing.
You not hear me going up that hill earlier?
Yeah, you were huffing and puffing.
I was huffing and puffing.
Funny enough, we were out talking about getting new people into sport. Marco, who's a friend of mine, is only getting into, through myself, getting into a bit of shooting, and has got his new shotgun and so on, and would have a huge amount of experience and stuff. But we brought him out over the Christmas to get a bit of snipe. We tried to put it on the pheasant, but no pheasant appeared. There were a couple of hens.
No cocks compared to the last couple of. But what did we see?
Yeah, we seen 3, 4, 5 woodcock.
No, I'm not talking about the woodcocks. Buzzards.
Oh, the buzzards, yeah.
As soon as we pulled up into that earlier, there was 3 buzzards.
Yeah.
In the space of 2 fields.
The problem is the cover crop, where it's holding a lot of them pheasants, is now being eaten, and a lot of birds are being far more exposed now. So, what I'm hoping is, because that field, the farmer tends to leave that field to the last for the sheep to get into. I'm hoping that the pheasants will be wily enough, but like that. Now there was a couple of hens out.
There was a couple of hens.
Hopefully, the hens tend to blend in a little bit easier though than the cocks.
The cocks are bleeding illuminous.
Yeah, I know.
Bleeding like the cock of the walk there, strolling around.
Yeah. Fuck you, buzzard. But so look, we're just gonna have to keep that monitored. And yeah, we changed around a few of our trail cams. We're actually looking at one of our deer there. That's we're still making a call now. We're going to wait until we have a real good close up of him again. So,
but Mark, he enjoyed that day, did he?
He texted me afterwards and like that, because like exactly what you were saying. We've both been lucky that, but like, I just started shooting myself, so I just went out one day and didn't know where I was at, and then I was lucky enough to meet you know, man called
Like-minded people that help you, yeah.
Mark Glynn and Daffy and so on, who kind of threw their arm around me. And I was talking about Mark later on or earlier on this week, but some of the crack we had, and I like that. So it's kind of like your duty. Not that I feel in any way, what would you say, duty bound or anything, because I like.
Yeah.
I went out. I had the gun broke all day. I did pull the trigger once.
Yeah.
I had no interest in pulling the trigger, but I was standing behind him, kind of, guiding a little bit. You were over. Boo was flying, with Shawnee.
Yeah.
And and I like that. Couple of snipe, but like that sniper, they're hard enough for experienced shooters to shoot. Never mind.
Now, I do think he clipped one.
He did, because I actually was videoing at the time, and I got it on the little head camera, and like that, it definitely dipped. And judging, I was standing behind him, like I would have.
Looking down his barrel. Like,
I was kind of waiting for this thing just to drop. You had a peep, and you seen it drop over.
Yeah. Now, it was a good bit off, but it dropped.
Yeah.
And I think I've seen this happen a good few times where maybe just a pellet goes into the lung.
Yeah.
Or lungs, and it manages to travel on for a bit and then just gone.
Yeah. So, and I've seen that too. And like that, when he did shoot initially, it did buckle a little bit. And I was literally, do you know where you're kind of, if it was one of us, we would have had another one after. Do you know what I mean? You know where you're kind of admiring your work, and I was like that. I was like, oh look, this is just going to drop. And oh no, it's not.
Yeah.
And he said, oh fuck it. And you immediately said, I think you hit that. And I said, I think so too. And like that, when we come back together, you had said you'd seen it dip over, just over the kind of hedge line. But it went a fair clip.
Did you?
But yeah, no, he really enjoyed it. The thing he probably noticed about it was, we brought him in and around and did a little bit of hardship.
No, wait now. I'll correct that story. We didn't bring him anywhere. You brought him. You brought the lot of us, and broke Paul, Marco, and Sean.
I said it, if I was going to bring him, I let him see the full experience, man. There's no point in bringing him to a green open field.
I looked over at Sean, and he was white as a ghost. And then when he runs out of energy, he tends to fall more. So he's falling all over the place. And now he's not really constant. He doesn't care about the dog. So now, and I went, buddy, put your dog back on the lead. What's wrong? And he goes, do you have any water? So I rang you and said, right, buddy, we're going to have to go. I
had actually just messaged, just literally before that, you were messaging me, or rang me, I had literally just messaged Avril, because I was Marco just turned around to me, he says, fucking hell, the weight of this fucking thing. Do you know what I mean? When you're, especially, your footing underground, it's hard going, man.
Yeah.
And I was have to bring this through a bit of scrub and brush, and then there was a little bit of a fire break at one of it, but I don't think I met it quite to the fire break, or maybe I went past the fire break a little bit. Anyway, so we had to go a little bit cross country to get to where we're going to go, and I heard a few people, not looking at anyone in particular now, snorting, and fuck's sake.
This lad doesn't know where he's going at all.
But so there was a little bit of that. I had texted Avril, just said, could you throw down breakfast there? The lads are here. Yeah. And when we go back in, Avril said to Shauno, he loves a cup of tea, Shauno, as you know. And Avril said, would you like anything else? Yeah, water.
Cheer. Now, I didn't say anything at the time, but she gave him a full pint glass. I looked away and looked back, and all that water was gone.
The poor fucker. He was,
look, he really enjoyed it because his dog was going well, so he was thrilled with himself.
Yeah, at one stage he said to me, because my dog was acting the bollocks, and at one stage he said to me, do you want me to put him on the lead? I said, no, better man.
Yeah. He said to me after, I'm not sure if he said this to you, he said, I told Anto, if he's having any trouble, I'll take the dog for a while. What did you say to him? And he goes, yeah, nobody. First, you don't say that to anyone, and second of all, there's not a third dog coming here.
Dude, if he had said that to me, you'd have a third dog in your house. No better buckle to look after it. He put manners on her now right fast.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah. He loves it. He loves working with, because he's like his granddad.
Yeah.
You know, he looks up to him so much.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can see, look, it's great to see the amount of, because he's put a huge amount of effort.
Yeah.
And work into the dog.
Yeah.
In fairness, I know, guided by yourself and Jim,
I did by giving out to by.
Yeah,
John,
but-
your dog's out there eating something else.
And look, we all, but hugely, the vast amounts of work is put in by Shauno, and you can see it in the dog.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can see it. So, yeah, fair play to him. And it's not too many young lads that would put that effort in consistently, without whinging, moaning.
That amount of effort. Did I ever tell you the story? We were going fishing to Galway. Did I tell you this?
No.
Ah, buddy. We were going on the boat trip. The first boat trip, you brought Ryan.
Yes,
I brought Sean. Now, we had to get up early. Like, you were in Galway, but we had to travel
Yes,
to Galway.
you told me. Go on. Yeah, this is brilliant.
What time were we leaving at? We were leaving, let's say, at 5, right? To make our way to meet for night, like whatever time it was. 3 o'clock in the morning, my cameras went off.
You get a notification on the phone.
Yeah. So I jumped up. I was like, why are my cameras? Hold on now. And I just flicked onto the camera, still half asleep. There's a fella after robbing me dogs. Because I could see a fella walking out with dogs, 3 o'clock in the morning. So I ran downstairs, dogs are gone. Ran upstairs to wake Sean. He's gone. He got up himself at 3 o'clock in the morning to walk the dogs.
Now, what young fella is even thinking that way? Do you know what I'm saying?
A mad young fella.
Do you know? No, but like, do you know what I mean? Like, most young fellas have to be told to do it
Yeah.
at a normal time of day.
Yeah.
Sean was just saying, no, my dogs are not going without being walked today.
Yeah. No,
I walk them every day.
I'll give him, he's very dedicated.
Yeah. So now, well done to him.
Yeah.
And
I actually really enjoyed that day. I got a couple of snipe. I missed
sitter.
a sitter of a woodcock. And it was the time Sean was getting tired and I was starting to switch off because, right, we're going to have to pack up now. And he was working a dog off to the right. And nearly from me feet, this thing got up and took, and it was nice now. And I fired a shot like that. Not the way earlier you said we'd normally fire a second.
Yeah.
I sort of went, nah, nearly like in slow motion, taking me to boom. Oh no! And then the second shot was a rush shot. No,
Yeah.
woodcock gone.
They're hard clipped, man.
Yeah.
They are hard clipped. They get up. Obviously, they don't get up on the wing like snipe do, but they get up mighty quick.
Yeah.
And they break fairly quick. Like they always, not they always. The couple that have got up in front of me, always take me by surprise. You know, like literally. I know. But a pheasant kind of with the dog, I think the dog gives you more of a
Indication.
indication.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Maybe it's the scent that's a little bit stronger.
Could give off more scent.
I don't know, but it tends to be that. Oh, I think she's up, but it's straight. Do you know what I mean? Whereas I'll know a couple of seconds before.
You can nearly tell the gun. Here, get ready.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Whereas woodcock, I don't know. It doesn't.
And here, an owl hare. I've noticed that hare drives the dogs wild with scent.
Yeah, as you probably know, I had to put Millie back in the lead with trucking that hare, the last one.
Yeah, but I remember one of my old dogs used to do that. She'd be not a bother. As soon as she picks up the scent of a hare, that's it. She's fucking gone.
Now, she did this at one stage last year, but again, I was on my own, so I was able to correct it. But where we were shooting that day, it was heavy cover and stuff, so she couldn't see me, and I couldn't get to her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, she was only doing because I'd seen the hare doing the fucking circle, and she was out after it, and I was blowing whistles and shouting and roaring, could stop. So I couldn't see whether she was coming back to me or.
Yeah.
But anyway.
It was an enjoyable day.
It was other than that.
It was an enjoyable day.
But yeah, right at the end, remember we came back to the van, and like that, she just she thought we were going out into that field I was speaking about, and she just jumped into it, and straight away I was there. Oh, I know there's something in there, and she was like, I said no, stop, and she went in as if to say, no, I can't really hear you. Look here on my shoulder.
I know better than you. There's one right here, buddy.
Yeah, and I just turned around to you and I said, look at this. And then with that, 2 hen pheasants just run. And she was there like, why? We've walked all fucking day for these. And now here you are.
Telling me to
We're
get back.
letting them run away. I said, no, we won't be doing that.
Now, we're looking down here at this reed field.
And I'm nearly sure there's a rabbit out there. I thought I seen it. Just see that little dark mark out there?
Yeah.
I don't know whether it is or not. But anyway.
We might.
We're going to have a little peep out here now and see.
Yeah.
All right.
Will we come back on after?
Might come on back on it and we'll...
And then we might not.
Yeah, we might not. If we don't, we'll see
We'll see you soon.
Over now.
Talk to you later.